minutes coming. Let me put on the light. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it can be downloaded when it's finished. You can download it once we are done with it. It's still online, so just use the link to access it. You get. Where are you joining from? Okay, okay. You can download it. You can download the video after the section. You can also watch it later if you like. The major thing is to have the link. Once you open my YouTube channel, you can get access to all of our classes. Okay, you can get access to all of our classes once you open the YouTube channel. So hope I answered your question. So these are our data sets. Like I told us, we'll be doing more advanced analytics with this data. If you have been enjoying this live section, please drop a comment. Let's know those that are enjoying it so far. Or you want us to do something more technical. For those that have joined, please, I'd like to know where we are joining from before the class kick off. So I'd like to know where we are joining from um, so that it helps us to know the areas we are reaching most of our students on. So same data we use the last section is what we are going to be using in this section. Same data set we use in the last section, we're using in this class. So, but in a different way. All together, like I said, same data we use in the last section is what we'll be using in this section. The same data set. There's no um, data set I need to send to you again. So I'm making use of same data set. Please, if you have joined, please like. And if you don't have the data set and you've joined the section, if you have joined the live section, you don't have the data set, kindly drop a message on the chat so the data set can be forwarded to you. If you join the live section and you don't have the access to this data set I'm about to use, this is what I'm about to use. This is the data I'm about to use. If you have joined and you don't have access to this, please kindly drop a message so we can know how to send the data set to you. And also, don't forget to like live and share also. Share and like the live. So without wasting much of our time, let's dive into the project. So we are looking at sales performance dashboard. So we're looking at to analyze the data set. In this section, we're going to be analyzing the data set. We're going to be creating some calculation. We're also going to be creating the dashboard. So we're going to analyze with different pivot table. We're going to create different pivot table in this section. So please, if you have any question, you can drop it. Someone said need the data set. So if you're in the platform, please kindly send a message. Someone will drop it. Kindly send a message. You're in the WhatsApp. Are you in the WhatsApp group? Are you on our WhatsApp group? Hello. Are you on our WhatsApp group? If you're on our WhatsApp group, drop a message. Kindly drop a message, or you drop your number. The data set will be forwarded to you directly. If you're on our WhatsApp platform, just drop a message. If you're not on the WhatsApp platform, drop your number. The data set will be sent to you. So let's move on. So this data set we're going to be using. Firstly, we have to take a look at the data sets, which we did the last time. We have the order ID, then we have the dates, then we have products, category, region, sales, quantity, then we have the costs. So our data set is made up of 7 columns. 7 columns. So, but we need to do some addition based on the date column. We need to add some other things to it. Firstly, we are going to add the day, month, year to this column. So let's do that. So you insert. So I'm inserting 4 columns. 4 columns. I'm inserting 4 columns. I'm inserting 4 columns. So the first one, I will use it for the day number. Then this, day name. Then months, month number, month name. Then we have the year. So I'm splitting this into different columns. Are we there together? I'm splitting this into different columns. So I want the days in number. I also want the day name. I also want the month number. Then I also want the month name and the year. So let's start with the number. So using day number, day function. So day function returns the day of the month, a number from 1 to. Some say my screen is not showing. Please, can anyone see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? Please, if you can see my screen here, please identify so I know I don't have to be teaching without you not seeing my screen. Please identify on the chat. For those of us that are live, please, if you can see my screen, let me know. Please drop a comment if you can see my screen. So let's know if if it's some people's network or in general. Please, before I move on, for those that are live in this section, if you can see my screen, please drop a comment. I'll be waiting for that before I move on to the next. Okay, so let me stop sharing, then share back again. So let's share back again. Let's see. Can you see the screen now? Is the screen showing now? Is it showing now? Is the screen showing now? Is the screen showing now? Everyone, is the screen showing now? Can I move on? Can I move on? Please give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, you said that the screen is showing now, right? Okay, 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 okay. Nice, nice, nice. So let's move on. So what I did here was to add extra columns. I added day number, day name, month number, then I added month name, then the year column. I need all these columns. So let's pull out the month number first. So we have the month number. So I have to convert this to dates or use general. So I change it to general, then autofill. So this is the day. Then let's look at the month, the day name using text function. So sorry, let me zoom to be able to see it very well. I think it's better like this. So equals text function. So we're going to make use of the text function. The text function converts a value to a text in a specific number format. So it converts a value to text in a specific number format. So we're going to make use of the text function to convert the date into date name. So let's do that. So for the name, we have 4Ds. So that is that. You can see that. So if I want this in a short form, I'll use 3D. This will give me a short form. So I'll leave it as 4D. 4D. It's better. So this is the day name in text formats. So let's get the month done. Let's get the month equals month. So the month returns number from 1 to 12, that is January to December. So we get the month number. So I'll change it to January to general, change this to general, then fill. Then we have the month name. The month name. So same text function. Then click on the dates. Then we'll use M for this, for M. So this is the month name. Then autofill. So we have this is the formula. For those that have not seen this formula for the month name. Why this is the formula for the day name. Formula for the day name, then formula for the month name. Okay, let me ask again. For those that have joined, if you are in this live, you don't have the data sets, and you like to follow the step-by-step practical, please drop a message on the chat so the data will be forwarded to you. Okay, so let's move on. Then for the year, we have year. Then click on the dates. So I'm going to change it to general. So I have the year. So we have the day number, the day name, month number, month name, and the year. If you've done this, not everybody, if you've done this on the, please drop message on the chat so I can move on. Not that I'm waiting for everybody to do that. So some people still join late, some are still joining late. They will watch the video later on, but some are live here. If you want to ask question, you can drop your question on the chat box. So you can drop your question. That is the difference between you and those that will watch it later. Here I can drop your questions here. You can attend to your question. Oh, how do you get this? How do you get it? What is the meaning of the formula? You can drop your questions here. You can see that is the difference between you and someone that is watching it later on. You can communicate with me. You can communicate with me here. Drop your text, drop your questions, or attend to it. So these are the extra columns we added on this data. The day number, day name, month number, then month name. So if you take a look at these dates, you can see that this date is not completely formatted. It's not well formatted. So let's format these dates. Let's convert it to date. So you can see now it's properly converted to dates. So that is part of the cleaning aspect. So you can see before it was showing custom. Now it's showing dates. You can see that. It's showing dates now because I've converted it to what? To dates. So those are the two things I've done so far. Adding extra column, then converting the date column to dates. Adding extra column, then converting the date column towards to dates. So are we ready to go? Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go? If you're enjoying the live, please like. I'm only seeing only one like in this video. Why? You guys don't like the video. You don't like the training. Do you want something else? Do you want me to teach you something else? Do you want me to teach Python? You say Excel is too easy, right? You don't like the videos. People are joining. They don't like the training. You guys want me to stop, right? Should you stop? Do close the section. So the way you encourage person that is teaching is to like, comment. You understand? So try to like, to share, comment, drop a comment. You understand? That is the way you can encourage anybody that is going live teaching, going live explaining. So please like this section, like it. Let me see likes. Let me see likes more than people that are live with me in this class. Okay, so that's okay. So let's move on to the next section. So the next section is to insert the pivot table. So we have to insert the pivot table. So let's insert our pivot table. How do we insert the pivot table? We have different ways to insert pivot table. Firstly, pivot table is used to summarize large data sets. So with pivot table, you don't have to be cramming formulas. You understand? It can be used to summarize large data sets. You don't have to cram formulas. So that is what pivot table is one of the major tools a data analyst use with Excel. So if you're a data analyst that uses Excel as tool, pivot table is one of the major tools. You understand? Pivot table is one of the major tools to use. So you don't have to cram formulas. You understand? You don't have to cram formulas when using pivot table. So let's start with the first one. Let's insert. So this is how to insert. Make sure you are active on the table. Don't click outside the table. Just outside the table. If you click outside the table, you have no range selected. But if you click inside the table, the range will be selected. So let's click on insert. So looking at it, we have pivot table, then we have recommended pivot table. Then we have table here. So this is the pivot table. You can see that. Easily arrange and summarize what? Complex data in pivot table. Easily arrange and summarize complex data in pivot table. Are we there? Easily arrange and summarize complex data in pivot table. Please like this live, share, and comment. Like, like. Show likes to this live section. Show like to this live section. Comment. Drop a comment. It's necessary. It helps us to move on to the next chapter. Well, this will not be just the section. We have a lot of things to achieve. You understand? We have a lot to achieve in this life. And I told us, is every Wednesday we come live here to learn one or two things about data analysis. Currently, we are working with Excel. Okay, we are currently working with Excel. So trying to build projects using Excel. So a point to come, we use Python, we use Tableau, Power BI. But what will help us to move forward is our commitment. You understand? Our commitment, our response. Get. And also, we have a complete training section for data analysis, very affordable. So if you need that, you can also drop a message that you need a full training on it. You will get some practical mentorship guide and so on. Okay, so don't forget to visit the page techtrinity.com. So in techtrinity.com, you can get access to me for train. Like I can put you through there from beginner to advanced level. So what we are doing now is not beginners level. Okay, it's not a beginner level again. We are past. I took us beginners level last week on pivot table. So what I'm going to do now is something that more advanced to what we did the last time. Okay, so let's move on. So we are going to insert the pivots. Then we have two ways to insert this. We can insert the pivot in a new sheet or existing sheets. So I'm going to be inserting it on a new sheet. I'm going to be inserting this pivot table on a new sheet. So let's click OK. You can see the range has been highlighted. The range has been highlighted. The reason is that we click inside the content. As when you click outside the content, you will be able to achieve this. So then click OK. So there is it. The pivot table have been what? Have been inserted. So your left hand side, your right hand side, we have the columns. These are the columns. These are the fields. So fields are also called columns. While rows are also called records. So either record or rows. Then field, columns or field, or vertical slash horizontal. So verticals are the columns, horizontal are the rows. Okay. So take note of that. So these are the columns. These are the columns. Then here we have drag field between areas below. So you can drop your columns into filter. Filter, you can use filter to limit the record to display. Then we have the columns, how you want your data to display. Is it vertical or horizontal? So depending on the amount of the data set you're trying to visualize. So we have the column, then we have rows. So you can display your data set in column that is vertical, or you can display it in horizontal formats. Then here we have value. We have value here. So you can put measures here. Measures like sales, quantity, count, um, can you put here again? Discount. So anything measures goes into values. So anything dimensions goes to rows or column. You understand? So take notes. Anything measures goes to here, goes to values. Anything dimensions goes to either rows or column. Please like and share the live. We have a lot to achieve today. Like and share the live. So let's move on. Are we enjoying the training? Are we enjoying it? Are we enjoying the training? So let's move on. Now we have inserted the pivot table. Let's do some little calculation. So the calculation we are going to be doing is to view the year, sales, sum quantity, costs, and profits. Sales, sum quantity, costs, and profits. And looking at the table we have, do we have profits? Do we have profits? I'm asking you, do we have profits? So we don't have profits on our table. So let's do that first. Let's pick the year. Let's pick the year. So we have year. So the year goes to row. So we have 2 years there. We have 2023 and 2024. Those are the 2 years we have from the data. Then we like to view the sum of sales. So the sum of sales goes to value. So then we like to view the quantity. So the quantity also goes to value. So we have the sum sales, then we have the sum quantity. Then let's move on again. Let's pick the cost. The cost also goes to value. So we have okay, let's take this up a bit. So we have the quantity, we have the sales, then we have the costs. These are the columns we have. Now we don't have profits. We need to include profits to the data. So how do we add these profits? So adding these profits, you just need to do a little calculation. So this is the little calculation to do. You have to click on created field, a calculated field. I mean, you have to click on calculated field. So this calculated field will help you to insert extra column. The calculated field helps you to what? To insert extra column for the calculation. So let's do that. So here we are going to name it profits. So we're naming it profits. Then here to get the profit, we use the sales, or let's pick it. Let's pick the sales. Pick the sales minus the costs. So you can see that sales minus costs. So let's look at what we have. Add, then okay. So here we have our profits. We have our sum profits. We have our sum profits. We have our sum profits. Any question? Any question? Please drop it on the chat if you have any question. So we have our profits, we have our costs, we have the quantity. We have the quantity. Any question? Any question from us? So we're going to be creating our KPI, which is key performance, which is key performance indicator. So we're going to be creating for sales, quantity, costs, profits. Like I said, if you're in this live, please like the section, like the live section, share the live before I move on. Like and share is very necessary. Should I move on? No question so far. So let's go on. So yeah, I have P Someone have a question? So someone said she has a question. Please, can you quickly drop your question? Let's attend to you. Please, can you drop your question? I'm waiting before I move on. Drop your question. Little explanation on how to add to the table. On how to add. So add words. Ma, add words. Complete your question. Please complete your question. You said you need a little explanation on how to add to the table. Do you want to add records to the table? What do you want to add to the table? So, okay, before you finish the question, you see that I want to add the profit. Is it the profit that I just added here that you're asking of? Is it the profit I just added here you're asking of? Is it the profits or the columns I added? These ones. Is it the ones you're asking of? The day number, day name, month number. Is it these ones you're asking of? Or the profits? Please, can make it quick. Okay. How to add column. Okay, how to add column. How to add column. So this is what I did. This is what I did. I highlighted the number of columns I want to add. I added 5 columns. So let me show you using this one. So I highlight the number of columns I need to add instead of doing it individually. Then right click and insert. You can see this is how I added the columns to it. This is how I added the columns to it. So I have to name it differently. So thank you. So instead of adding it individually, like right clicking and inserting one after the other. So just calculate the number of columns you have to add, then select the range and insert. Right click, then insert. You can see that. So that is how to add it. So let's move back to. So for some of us that are new to this is CY. CY means current year. So we need to do calculation for current year. So let me add a comment to that. So CY means what? Current year. So this is what makes you different from those that are just watching the videos. Can be easily correct and move on to the next chapter. So CY means current year. Then we have the PY. Then the PY means what? Previous. Previous year. So you don't ask me why are you using CY, why are you using PY. Then the YOY. YOY means year over year. So these are some of the calculation we'll be doing in this part. So year over year, then current year, then previous year, and so on. So we are going to do the first one, which is current year. It means data from the present year you are analyzing. Then the previous year means data from from the year before the current year. So take notes. I like to put it here. Current current year. So data for the present year you are analyzing. Then we have the previous year. So the previous year data of the year before the current year. Then we have YOY, which is year over year, which is year over year. So so the year over year, the comparison of a metric between the current year and the previous year. So please take note of that. The metrics, the comparison of a metric between the current year and the previous year. So should I move on? I will set for the calculation for the key performance indicator. Should I go on? Now you understand CY, which is the current year. You understand previous year. Then you understand year over year, how to do the calculation. So we are going to calculate the um, the current year. We are still going to calculate the previous year. Then we have to calculate the what? The year over year. So let's do this first. Like I said, if you are joining this live and you are not liking this section, assuming I can see those that are not liking it, I will know. I will go and find them. Any question? Any question? Is there anyone joining that just joined now that want to ask a question? Because someone said I should wait a bit. Thank you. I'll wait for you. You are active. I'll wait for you. That person that said I should wait a bit, I'll wait for you. Please, are you on our WhatsApp group? If you're on the WhatsApp group, please let me know. This person that is active, I want to know this person. For some of us that are just watching, you're not asking questions. You're not helping it. You're not helping yourself. Ask questions. That's what makes you a data analyst. Some of us run from asking questions. Ask questions. Drop questions. We have masters of data in this platform. Drop your question. You can drop it on the group chat. You can drop it on the chat box here. Anyway, drop your question. So, can we go on now? Share, I should wait a bit. Are you done now? So, if you look here, added a comment to each of them. You can see that I added a comment to each of them. So, this is a comment explaining the PY, explaining the year of year. That is the YOY. YOY. So, the person that said I should wait, are you ready? Can I move on? Or you've not insert your pivot table? You've not insert. Like you're far behind. Okay, so I can go on. Yeah. So let's move on. So the first one we're looking at here is the sales for the current year. Sales for the current year. Don't forget the current year is 2024. This is the current year. Then we need the sales for the current year. So how do we get the sales for the current year? Okay, sorry, let me just swap this. Let me swap it away. Let me put in the order I'm using over there. So this is guys quantity. So let's look at the sales equals. So there is it. You can see that. That is how to get it. Then same thing applies to quantity. Same process. So for the quantity, this is the quantity. You can see that. So I've done quantity. Then let's do costs. Same process. This is cost here for the current year. This is for the current year. Then profits for the current year. Okay, someone say help us with the video of this lecture or lecture notes so that you can give more explanation on this later. Okay, nice one, nice one, nice one. The video is recorded. Once I'm done, you can access it any day, anytime. It's on YouTube. Any day, anytime you can access it. All our videos are on YouTube, so you can access any of our videos on YouTube. So go on YouTube. When we're done, you can access it. So some people don't join live, but they access. But the difference between joining live is you have ability to ask questions. So I will encourage you that you should not leave the live, so you can ask questions. Something that is not clear. If you're not following up again, but you can still drop questions. Oh, how do you get this? How do you get that? You understand? So let's move on. So this is the current year for quantity, current year for sales, costs. Then we have the profits. We have the profits. So we are moving to previous year. We've done the current year. So we are moving to previous year. Make sure you're having the same figure with me. You understand? Make sure you're having the same figure with me. So we are going to do for the previous year now. For the previous year. So let's start with the quantity. Let's start with the quantity for the previous year. So this is 2023. So let's do for sales, previous year. Let's do for costs, cost previous year. Then profit previous year. So that is the profit for previous year, the sales for previous year, the cost for previous year, and the quantity for previous year. Any question? You don't understand how I come about calculating the previous year, the current year. Then the next thing we are moving on now is to do year y, which is year over year, which is year over year. But before moving to that y, which is year over year, we need to format these values. We need to format it before we move into the year over year. We need to format these values. Please, any question first? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Drop. I'm waiting for you. I'll give you 2 minutes for the question. Then we'll move on. 2 minutes. Then we'll move on. Any question? Any question? Nobody want to ask question. Everybody is cool over it. We all are cool. We are cool with it. So let's do something. Equals C minus C11 minus D11 divide by D11. So let's check it like this. So open bracket, put inside the bracket before click enter. Let me zoom a little. So this I got it. So this is for quantity, year over year for quantity. This is year over year for sales. This is year over year for costs. This is year over year for profits. Year over year. This year over year to calculate year over year. This is for quantity. This is for the sales. This is for the cost, and this is for the profits for year over year. For year over year. So we have to convert it to percentage. So this is what you should have after converting to percentage. You have 24%, you have 30%, you have 11%, then you have 34%. Okay, so once I should click on it. Okay, this is it. Like that. Please, like I said, if you're just joining, make sure you like the live. Like it. Tell us where you are joining from. Tell us where you are joining from. Please indicate where you're joining from. Indicate if you're joining from Nigeria, indicate that you're joining from Nigeria. If you're joining from US, indicate you're joining from US. If you're in UK, Canada, indicate where you're joining from. And for those that need more, like you want to ask question, want to ask question, if you are in my WhatsApp group, please you can message me. If you're not in the WhatsApp group, identify here so you'll be added to the WhatsApp group. Are we there? Say next row. Okay, next row. This next row. The same process. Just drag down. You don't have to be doing it row by row. Once you put the formula in the first one, you want to fill the next one. Okay, somebody have helped you to drop it on the chat. Somebody have dropped it on the chat. That's good. That's good. That's good. Show that some of us are active here. So next, let's move on. Let's look at sales trend. So in this section, let's leave this one as let's leave it as key indicator, key performance. So let's leave it like this, key performance indicator. So let's copy the private charts instead of inserting from the previous part. So let's paste here for the next analysis. So our next analysis is sales trend. Sales trend. Sales trend. Sales trend. So sales trend simply is the pattern of how your sales increase, decrease, or stay stable over time. That is the meaning of sales trend. So let me add it here in case you're confused about it. So like I said, a sales trend is the pattern of how your sales increase, decrease, or stay stable over time. So we're looking at how to calculate our sales trend. So what does it help us to achieve? Let's look at what it helps us to achieve. So with sales trend, it helps us or it helps you to understand, are your sales growing? If your sales are growing, two, if your sales are declining, three, or if your sales staying fat, if it's staying flat. So these are the three ways. If it's growing, decline, staying fat. So this is the three ways. Can be flat, can be decline, or growing. So this is what we want to go. This is what we want to look at now. And we have three types of sales trend. Three types, which I'm going to explain now. We have the three types. Please, if you need the full training, don't forget to enroll with us. Techtrinity.com. Go to the website or you contact me. You can have full knowledge of this. You understand? So don't just train students or tell students to watch video. No, you have time to ask question, whatever question you want to ask. You have access to your instructor. Understand? You have access to your instructor. Then the training is so flexible. It's so flexible for anybody. We work based on the individual's time. If your time is okay with us, we tell you that okay, you've gotten the admission. So you give us your time, your schedule, then we plan your training for you. So no need of excuse that oh you're working 24 hours or you're working, you come back in the night. It's the night you can do the training. Anytime you feel that oh you're okay for the training, it can be weekend, you can take Saturday, Sundays, you can take once a week, you can take twice a week. So depending on how we can help you organize your training for you. Understand? So no one have excuse that he or she um, don't have time for the training. So tell us your time, then we'll plan the training section for you. Please don't forget to like, share, share this live. It might be a help for someone that thought he or she has finished data analysis and still struggling on how to attend to questions, how to solve problems. You understand? So, types of sales strength. Types of sales strength. Like I told us, this is not for children again. I've passed baby. So the first one, we have upward trend. Upward trend means growth. Upward trend. So the upward trend, as sales are what increasing over time. That is the upward trend. So let's look at the next one. So we can also say that good sign for business. When you say upward trend is good sign for business. Then we have downward trend. Downward trend. Please, if you're a data analyst in this building, in this section, and you have called, um, enjoyed a class like this, breaking down into this section, please drop a comment in the chat that, oh, I have this, I've been trained in this form before. So this is downward trend. Downward trend. So downward trend declines. So for downward trend, sales are decreasing. Sales are what? Decreasing. It needs investigation for downward trend. Sales are what? Decreasing. It need what? Investigation. So the last one, last one, flat trend, that is stable. Sales are not changing much. That is the meaning of that. Sales are not changing much. So these are the three types: the upward, the downward, and the flat trend. So after analyzing our projects, after we finish with the chart, with the analysis, we're going to create reports explaining each chart. We're going to be explaining each chart. Are we together? We're going to be explaining each chart, knowing whether the sales, whether we're making, whether it's increasing in growth, or it's declining, or it's flat, it's not changing. So by the end of this section, by the end of the training section, we are going to do with this Excel, you'll be able to present good projects. It's not only this one. You can go online, go on Cargo, you can pick data sets, or you ask me to give you data set. I can send data sets to you. So you sit down and analyze data on your own. That's how we do it. You don't need the person that is teaching you every day to help you to analyze data. So by the end of this section, you should be able to pick a data set, then try something by yourself. You understand? You need to sit down and try something. So, why sales trends are important? Why sales trends are important? I tell you, some information I'm giving out here, you won't get it in any training center. Yes, it's facts. Theirs is just to finish training in maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks without detailed training. So yeah, I give you detailed training. Understand? So what I'm trying to do is giving you details training, details guide. So why sales trend is important? Why is this sales trend very important? Number one, helps in forecasting future sales. So the sales trend helps in what? In forecasting future trends or sales. Then identify good or bad performance. It also helps what? Identify good or bad performance. Next, support better business decision. So it supports what? Better business decision. Some of us in this life now will say, if it's another, you'll have finished chat now. You'll have inside this chat now. I'm not inserting the chat now. I have to give you a breakdown of what we are doing. So, sales trend. I'll name this sales trend. So, sales trend. So, we have to use, I have to take this out. So, don't forget, I made a copy of this. I copy this and paste it in a new sheet. So, this is the first one. This is what we did first time. So let's just correct this column. Let's correct this row label. So click on your design, then report layout, tabular form. So just to correct the row label so you can show the year. So here we have the year now, so on. So I have the year. So let's go back to our trends back. So let's look at the report of this sales trend. Let's look at the analysis. So I'm going to do it based on this help us drop the data set. Okay, someone will drop it. Are you on the WhatsApp group? Are you on the WhatsApp group? For the person requesting from the data set, are you on the WhatsApp group? If you're in the WhatsApp group, just drop a message on the group. If you're not in the WhatsApp group, drop your number here. So the data set will send to you. If you're in the WhatsApp group, drop a message on the WhatsApp group. If you're not in the WhatsApp group, drop your number in the live chat or your email, any of the two. Can drop your email, can drop your email, or send a message to the WhatsApp group. The admin will add you up. So let's move on. So for this the sales trend, I'm going to use the month name for it. Created a column month name, which is this. This is the month name. So we have January, February, March, April to December. So this is the month name. Then I need the sales. So let's get the sales. This is the sales. Then we need to analyze it based on each year. So I'm going to take the column, the year to column. So this is what we have here. 2023. This is the okay. Someone say, even me too. I need the complete data set that you're using tonight. Are we on the platform? If you're on the platform, drop your message. The admin will forward the data set to you in 1 minute. It won't be up to 1 minute, maybe in 30 seconds. Just drop a message on the platform and you get the data set. For some of us that joined last week, it's still the same data set I'm using. For those that joined last week to Wednesday, we are still using the same data set, but we're analyzing something different. We're doing it more advanced. What I just did was to introduce pivot table to us for the beginners, making it look friendly to us. You understand? I can see what I'm doing now is totally different from what I did on Tuesday. So if you're not in the platform, drop your email here, drop your email, the data set will be forwarded to you. If you need the data set to be forwarded to you, we have a community, we have a WhatsApp community where we share or people request for data we send to them. So if you're not in that platform, find a way to join the platform. There are links in we have the links in our social media platform. So find a way to join the platform. Okay. Okay, let me just drop my number for some of us. Let me just drop my number on the chat for those that want to message directly. So you can reach. Oh, sorry. Uh, did mistake on that number. Please don't use that one. Don't use that one. I did a mistake in that number. The end part should be 6, not 4. So let me type it again. So that is the correct one. The last one is the correct one. The one that ends with 4 is wrong. The one that ends with 6 is the correct one. So if you want to message me on WhatsApp so you can get access to some of the data sets, you can use this number to chat me up on WhatsApp. So I can also add you to the group. You can send your contacts to the admin. You'll be added to the group. So let's move on. Let's move on. So here we have our sales trends. We have our sales trends. So I'm going to just format the table, tabular form. So I'll make a copy of this. I'll make a copy of this for the next question. So this is the data set. So I'll make a copy. So taking out, everything out, and everything out. So this is for another analysis. This is another pivot table. So we're using this for another analysis. So we are still going to format the values. You understand? So what we are doing here is stage by stage. Stage by stage. So, like I said, if you have question, drop your question on the chat. Drop your question on the chat. So the next one we're going to look at now is so let's look at Let's pick a question. Product sales. Let's look at product sales for both year. Let's look at product sales for both year. So what product are we selling in this um, platform here? Let's look at our products. Okay, we have printer, we have a mouse, then we have monitor, we have keyboard, we have headphone. So this is our products. So let's analyze the product sales. Product sales. So we need the products. We need the products. So these are products. These are products. Then we need to analyze it based on both years. So based on the year, we have 2023 and 2024. So drag this to column. So we have 2023 to 2024. So this is the year. Then we need the sales. This is the sales. So the sales goes to value. So this is the sales for the products for each year. The product sales for each year. That is the product sales for each year. That is product sales for each year. So when you talk about product sales, let me give you a short definition on each of these. So the product sales refer to the amount of revenue or quantity generated from selling a specific product. That is product sales. The amount of revenue or quantity generated from selling a specific product. So in a simple explanation, in a simple explanation, it answers question like how much did each product sell? Which product is performing? Which product is performing best? Which which product is underperforming? Which product is performing best? Which product is underperforming? Please, if you're enjoying this live section, don't forget to share the live. Don't forget to like, comment that you're enjoying. Okay, let's comment that we're enjoying it. Let me see how many people that are enjoying it. Comment that you're enjoying the section. Let me see those that are enjoying it. When I come back, I like to see the chats. Let me give me like 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Comment if you're enjoying the section. So by the time I come back, I like to see the reaction. Only one person that is enjoying my section. Okay. Only one person that commented on this section. I have a lot of people that are on this slide. So the simple explanation to it is how much did each product sales and which product is performing best, which product is underperforming. So that is a simple question to ask. So now we have done the products based on both year. We have 2023, then we have 2024. So this is another class entirely. You have to check, you have to sort to check the products that perform best, sort from largest to smallest. So you can see here for 2023, you can see that keyboard is selling most. Then if you want to do for 2024, you can also sort. You can see that for 2024, monitor is performing best. The lowest is what is keyboard. 2023, the lowest is monitor. So please take notes, take notes, take notes, take notes, take notes. So let's go on. Now we've done sales, product sales, product sales. Before I move on, I'd like to show us some of our packages that we have. Um, 1 minute. If I move on to so you can see this is one of our package for our training. So this is our package. You have data analysis course. We have introduction to data analysis. We have Excel for data analysis. Then in this package, you'll be taking SQL, Excel, portfolio, and Power BI. So for those in the platform, you have discount to it. Generally, there's a discount to it. So if you are interested, you can contact the number or visit the website. Then you can chat up the customer care from the website. So to give you a friendly price, it's not expensive. It's not expensive. So this is our professional package. Then we have the master package. Let me show us if I move on to if you're interested to take it to another level, you want to learn it from the scratch. Talking about those that want to take it from the scratch. So we have our master program. So our master program comprises of this. If you go to our website, you see that. So we have Excel, SQL, Python. Then we have R programming. We have Power BI. Then Tableau. This is for our master's program. If you want to take this journey to the next level, then we have the professional portfolio. So you, we all need a portfolio to showcase our skills. You understand? So and you also need one-on-one mentorship. So we are open to all this. So let's move on. So if you want to make inquiry on this, like I say, it's a friendly price, it's not expensive, and the training is based on your schedule. So yeah, we have this also. So please take the contacts, then or you visit our website. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. So let's look at we're done with the product sales. So look at the regional sales. So how much are we generating for each region? So let's do based on region. So I'm going to copy this, then I'll paste it somewhere else. So this is for region. So this is for region sales. So for region sales, I'm going to take out the product out. Then I'll be using the region sales, the region column. So this is our region sales. Any question? Any question? So the region sales, like when you talk about region, so the region sales is the analysis of, of sales performance across different geographical area, e.g. states, cities, countries, or region. So the best explanation to it is which region is performing best. Want to get the region that is performing best, which region sells the most, which region is underperforming, where should business focus more on. So this is where you need help. Usually, if you're selling products, you're selling products in different regions. You have to know the region to focus more attention to. You understand? You have to know the region you're pushing more products. So you can be selling something in Nigeria and people are not buying it. But when you take it to Ghana, take it to Cameroon, you see that people are buying it. But what will help you to know people that are buying those kind of products is your data sets. If somebody said what? Please, how do you take out the region sales? How do I take out the region sales? Or how do I add the region sales? So what is the question? Is it take out the region sales or add the region sales? Hello, is it take out the region sales or add the region sales? Because I added it. What I took out is the product. I took out the product and add region to it. So I copy the first table, which is the product sales, which is this. I copy the product sales, then I paste it on the sheet 5. Then after that, I took out the products, which is this. I took out the products from the table, then insert the region. So that's why I have regions sales. Does that answer your question? Does that answer your question? Does that answer our question? Okay, good one. Good one. So this is our region sales. This is our region sales. So you can check region, top region by revenue. You can check the low performing region. You can check the sales distribution across region. You can check growth by region, that is year over year or month over month. So you can do that. You can do that. So this will help you to know the region that is dominating. You understand? The region that is dominating in your sales. Okay, nice one. So let's move on to the next. So I was asking who and who is enjoying this section. I didn't get much response. Hope you're liking the live. Like I also said, make sure you invite people to join you to this live section. Invite people, invite your friends to join. You understand? Invite them to join. So let's look at the quarterly sales. Sales quarterly. Let's see. That is sales by quarter. So I'm going to copy this, then pasting it. Start new rows. Start new rows. Start new rows. So order sales. So quarter sales. So how do you get this? I'm going to take the year out. Okay, let's leave the year. Let's take the region. The region. Where is the region? The region out. Then we have the dates. So there's it. So we have it in groups. In group. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, so let's move on. So we need this for quarter sales. So I'll take the year out, then the month out, the date out. So I have it as quarter. So I have it as quarter. Any question? So let's do it for this is for sales. Let's do it for quantity. So I'm going to add it here. So the sales out. So I'm doing it for quantity. Then the year. So there's it. This for the quantity. This for quantity. So that is for quantity. So we have quantity. Then we have quantity for the quarter, then we have sales quantity, sales quarter. So two different things there. But in this part, let's add here there. There's an error here. So let's fix this one. Let's fix this one. Out. So here, then sales, then sales. So this is what you should have. This is what you should have. So someone asked, do we have quarter in the pivot table before? No, but we have dates. We have dates. So with the date, you can get quarter. You don't have a column for quarter, but with the dates, you can get quarter from the dates. So if you go through the section, you will see that our quarter was generated from the date column, which is this, from the date column. So it was the date column I put on the row. So it was date column I inserted into the row. So it is from the date column that I extracted the quarter. Is that clear? So let's do it again for costs. We have done for sales, we have done for quantity. So let's do for costs. For costs. So I'll take away the sum quantity and replace to costs. So this is it for costs. So that is the sum of cost for each quarter. The sum of cost for each quarter. The sum of cost for each quarter. So let's do for the profits. For profits. For profits. So I'll take the cost out, then insert profits. Insert profit. This is profits. So we have profit here. This is profits. So we have the sum of profit, we have sum of quantity, we have sum of costs, and we have sum of sales. So these are the four columns or the four pivot table that were created using the quarter. Using the quarter. Any question? Please have few minutes. And make sure if you're in this life, make sure you walk up to the point we are. You understand? If you have not maybe miss out somewhere, you can go back and rewatch the video. You understand? Make sure you watch it. Then make sure you're on the same page with us. Because the next thing we are going to be doing is creating the dashboard. That should be the next thing we are going to be doing. Creating dashboards. Make sure you are on the same page with us. Understand? Before you start with the dashboard. So it's the dashboard we're going to be building next class. That's what we're going to be building next class, the dashboard. So it's something I like to show us. Any question? Say what happened? Your screen is clear very well now. I think it's the network. Okay. Okay. Somebody say I think it's the network. Any question? Any question? Nobody is dropping question. That means everything I've been saying is clear, very clear. That means everything I've been saying very clear, sharp. Hmm? None of us have question to ask. None. So the next section will be on formatting our numbers, then designing our dashboard. So if you can complete the oh, you say it's not clear. Maybe it's the network. Maybe it's the network. Should be the network. So if you can complete the what is it called? The dashboard, then you can make reports same day. Show you how to make a report using your PowerPoint or Canva. I'll show you how to create reports. Then, if any of us need a full guide on this, you need training, you want to create your portfolio, you want to be able to have portfolio for your project, you can chat up. Then we have a master class for portfolio and projects. So you can message us if you have idea on data analysis, you have been using it, but you don't have projects and portfolio, you can message me. I've dropped my number there. The second one, the one that end with 36, the one that end with 34 is not my number. The one that end with 36 is the one you message, send message to, so I can attend to you. Okay. So I'll give 5 minutes more for the recap. Recap. Let me just do a little recap for what we did today. Um, this is our data set. We started with the data set, then creating columns. The column we created on the data set is the dates, day number, day name, month number, month name, then year. So those are the columns we created in this data set. Those are the columns we created in this data set. So if you're joining us, you have the data set. Make sure you have these columns created in your data set. And these are the formulas using day function for the day, then day name using the text function, then 4D, then month number using the month function, then month name, then we have the year, of course. So that is the little addition columns that we did. Those are the columns we added to it. Get so next, we created our KPI, which is say the key performance indicator. So before we create the KPI, we added the year column, then sum of quantity, sum of sales, sum of cost, then sum of profits. After that, the key performance indicator, Y, CY, which is the current year, then we'll do PY, which is the previous year, then also the YOY, which is the year over year. Then these are the calculation we did for the current year for quantity, current year for sales, current year for cost, current year for profit. Then we also move to the previous year for quantity, previous year for sales, previous year for cost, previous year for profits. Then the year over year, so which we divide, we minus the current year minus the previous year, divide by the previous year. So we have this value. We have 24 percentage. But before we go 24 percentage, this is not what we got initially. So what we got initially was just number. So we have to convert it back to percent. Look at it here at the top. So convert it to percentage. So that is that. So after that, I also dropped a little note on explaining the current year, previous year, and year over year, which states that for the previous year and current year, the current year data from for the present year you are analyzing, then for previous year data from the years before the current year, then the year over year comparison of a metrics between the current year and the previous year. So this is the outputs. This is the results. This was our results. So after this, we did sales strength by year and months. So these are the months and these are their years. So then I explained further what sales trend is. So for us to have more details on it. So I told us that the sales trend is the pattern of how your sales increase, decrease, or stay stable over time. Then it helps you understand whether your business is growing or your sales is growing, are sales growing, decline, or stay flat. So this is what the sales trend helps you to understand. Then I told us we have three types of it. We have the upward trend, we have downward trend, and we have the flat trend. So the upward trend, sales are increasing over time. So when you have the upward trend, I told us that the sales are increasing over time. So it's a good sign for business. Then when we have the downward trend, declines. So sales are what are decreasing. That's the meaning of that. The sales are decreasing. It needs in the investigation. Then when we have the flat trend, the flat trend means sales are not changing much. That was the meaning of that. Then we have why sales trend is important. I told us that it helps what in forecasting future sales, identify good or bad performance, support better business decision. So this is what we have. These are our data sets. We are still coming on to know the months that have the highest. If it's decline, we know when we come to doing our charts, then analyzing it, we'll know if our sales is declining, if it's increasing, we'll know. Then that is next class. That will be next class. Everything I'm explaining will be next class on that aspect. So the next one we did was the product sales. So to those product sales refer to the amount of revenue or quantity. So the amount of revenue or quantity generated from selling a specific product. So this one is very simple. It answer question like which, how much did each product sales? Let's say you give five people different products to sell for you. So five of them now finish selling the product. Okay, you how much did you sell? How much did you make from the profit? How much did you make? How much did you sell? How much did you sell? You generate the revenue and know the person that sells more. Maybe the person selling point is in Nigeria, the other one selling point is US, the other person is in Canada, so different places. So after finish selling their product, check how much each person sells. So which product is performing best? So you need to know the product that is selling first, and which product is underperforming, the product that people are not purchasing more. So you have to check the product that are not. Like I told us before when I was doing introduction to data analysis, I told us that data analysis is not just for those that say, I want to be a data analyst. No, it's for everybody. You understand? So everybody should know how to manage records. You understand? So we all run business in one or two ways. We spend, we manage the way we spend. You understand? If you have like 5,000 naira in your hand now, you're already calculating what you're going to use it to do tomorrow. It's the process of what you are trying to do here. You understand? You know how much you're going to spend for transportation, how much you're going to spend for feeding. So you can do that. You are still analyzing. You understand? So this is for products. Then for region, we did this region's sales. So I told us that region sales. So the region sale is the analysis of sales performance across geographical areas. So you understand like states, cities, country, and region. So you can get which sales uh, which region sells the most, and get region that is underperforming. Where should the business focus more on? So this is what will help you. This will guide you. You understand? You have a shop that you're selling businesses, so you should know the region you focus more on, where you know that because your customers are coming in from. Let's say you have a website, people visit your website and purchase products. You should know where people are purchasing that product from. So you target more, you do more adverts, you push more of your adverts to that region. You understand? So data analysis will help you to achieve a lot as a business person and as an individual. It will help you to achieve a lot. So this is the region part. Then we all did the quarter, the sum of cost for each quarter. Then we did sum of profit for each quarter based on the year. Then we did also did for products. Okay, let's check up. Okay, we also did for sum of quantity for each year based on the quarter. Then we did the sales based on the quarter. So if you enjoy this life, give me a thumb up so I know that we achieved something today. Don't forget, the next week class will be the final of this. So, to be the final stage of this project, of this particular one we're working on today. This particular one we're working on today. Any question? I'm running up, I'm running up, I'm running up. So, thank you all for joining. So, see us on Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Nigeria time. Then, if you're in US, Canada, you can check on our group. So the time zones are there. You can check to know and always add it to your calendar so you should be able to know when we kick off. And make sure you subscribe to, if you have not subscribed to the platform, if you have not subscribed to this platform, subscribe so that anytime we're going live, you can get a notification and put on the notification. You can get a notification to know where we are live and so on. You get. So by next week, we're going to, finalize on this project. Hope you enjoy the training. Thank you and see you on Wednesday. Same time. Don't forget to invite someone